And I must tell you that I know the difference between the Islamists and the Muslims. If I have to say it over and over again until you finally hear me, I will say it until you finally do hear me. Last night, I had a long talk with a religious, yet moderate Muslim. I went into a cell phone store, a phone that was broken. It never worked right. I bought it recently, so I went in, blah, blah, blah. And I said, it keeps saying emergency calls only. So I went into the store, and they had changed it a month ago with a new SIM card. They replaced the SIM card. Same thing happened again. I go in there, and this time there's a bearded man who would help me. I looked at him, and I was talking with him, told him the problem. And he said, well, you'll have to call an 800 help number, and they'll replace the phone for you. I said, look, I don't have the time. I'm very busy. Is there any way you can help me with this broken phone? He said, well, it's late at night. I'm the store manager. I'll do this for you once. I'll bend the rules. So as he was trying to fix the phone and replace it, we started to talk. And shortly after we began our dialogue, I looked at his business card on the counter and saw that his name. I asked him if he was of Indian descent, and he said, no, I'm Pakistani and I'm Muslim. I looked at him closely, and he said, your voice sounds very familiar. I said, well, I'm sure you know who I am. He said, of course I know you. And he said, why do you hate all Muslims? I said, you know that that's not true. I don't hate all Muslims. It's all about the radical Muslims. Don't you understand, he said to me, when you say things about Muslims, it makes men like me feel as if you're talking about all of us as a single group? I said, I can understand that. It's a very delicate balance, and I'm sure men like you have more to fear from the radical Islamists than I do. He said, you are 100% right about that. Well, it took a long while for him to transfer the card on my phone, and the conversation went on and on for quite a while. And he said to me, you know, one of the things I like about your show is that what you say about liberals is what I say about liberals. He said, do you know that I have liberal Muslims in my family? He said that there are liberal Muslims that are very much like liberal Americans, and he said they're the worst curse for the Muslim religion. Those are his words. I said, what do you mean the worst curse? Isn't the worst curse the radicals who want to bomb people? He said, yeah, they're one branch of the worst curse of Islam. But another branch, in his opinion, were the liberals, the liberal Muslims, who say that gay marriage is okay, pornography is okay, degeneracy is okay. He said, as you describe it, the sewer pipe of Hollywood, which we don't want in our homes and we don't want it in the Muslim countries. He said the liberal Muslims are a greater threat to stability, to the world, in particular Pakistan, where he came from, than you can imagine. We both shared a chuckle as he continued to fiddle with my phone. He went on. He said to me, there are many varieties of Muslims. He said it's not just moderate Muslim and fanatic Muslim. He said the liberals are a greater threat to Pakistan. While he didn't want to hurt or convert anyone, he just wanted to be left alone to practice his religion. He said, when you say moderate Muslim, understand that there are many varieties of moderate Muslim. There are moderate Muslims who are not religious, but who are still fanatics and who would bomb somebody to convert them to Islam. He said, then there are other moderate Muslims like him who are very religious, but are not violent and do not want to harm anybody. And then there are moderate Muslims who just want to be left alone and are basically like fallen Catholics who don't even practice their religion. He said, so there's a whole variety of moderate Muslims in both America and Pakistan. He said, the most important thing I want to tell you is that when you speak about Muslims, you should be very careful to separate, not to include all into one lump. And I said to him, when a bomb goes off, how do you feel? He said, I'm just as frightened of them as you are. I'm just as terrified as you are. But it's terrible when you appear to lump all of us together. I said, that's absolutely true. But how do you think it feels as an American to be lumped together as an infidel? I think he was puzzled by that. He said many Muslims are also dangerous because they use the religion for self-advancement. They use Islam as a political tool. They don't really believe, nor do they follow the teachings. For them, religion is a political weapon, he said to me. The conversation went on. He explained to me that many things he had heard that I had said over the years on the show, or he had read that I had written, he agreed with, except, of course, the issues of Israel. But when it came to social values, family values, he said he's in total accord with Michael Savage. And he went on. It was a very illuminating conversation for me in many ways, because looking at the man, you could certainly stereotypically put his picture on that of a, let's say, textbook terrorist. Large man, black beard, intelligent eyes. And here he was, a nice married man with 3 children going to the university. He wanted to raise a family and do it the right way and not have his children infected with the sewer pipe of Hollywood infecting the minds of his children and defacing the value of women. It was a very interesting conversation for that reason as well. It was also heated at times, but it was never angry. At the end, the man said to me, all I really want is peace on earth. I said, who doesn't? I said, I like peace in my household, never mind peace on earth. He laughed at that. He said, I believe we Muslims believe in peace. We Muslims believe in all of the prophets, including Jesus, Christ, and Moses. And he said, we respect other religions. I said, that is beautiful to hear. Of course, I had known that. But truthfully, if you don't meet it face to face, you don't really know anything at the end of the day. As he was tinkering with my phone, replacing the SIM card, and transferring the numbers, I think we both went away feeling a little less stereotypical about each other. I was enlightened to meet a less stereotypical, ultra-religious Muslim who did not seek violence. So yes, I met a religious yet moderate Muslim. Yes, I know the difference between individuals. Yes, I don't lump people together. And yes, I'm Michael Savage. I'll be right back. Savage.